almost impossible now for some people to get on the housing ladder. High prices, a shortage of available properties and tougher restrictions on getting mortgages have all made it harder than ever for first-time buyers.
The government will today outline plans to revive the housing market, with buyers and builders both likely to receive some help, as Mike Sargent reports.
Most experts think there isn't nearly enough of this going on. Homes being built that people might be able to afford in places they might want to live. 21-year-old Kylie Bennett has spent time in homeless shelters and says she knows just how bad accommodation can be.
Oh, nearly. This way.
Now she has a son, but has split up from the boy's father and finds herself once again contemplating a life, moving from one temporary address to another.
I don't want to have to go into a homeless shelter. I ain't going to put my parents through that. And then I used to move every so many months. My mum used to have us moving, and I hated going to a new school. So I don't want to drag him through it. It's nice to know you've got like a plant, you can fit it there and it'll stay there. I just want to be able to do that with me and little. And
do you ever think that one day you might own a home?
No. I keep having, like when you daydream, and I keep, oh yeah, I'll have a lovely house, I'll have a lovely front room, and I want it like this, but I can't see it happening, and it's horrible.
In York, 3,000 applicants are on the waiting list for social housing. Just a few hundred properties become available every year. One way of getting developers to build more homes is to allow rents for social housing to rise. That's what the government's doing, but some in York warn of the consequences.
The problem is they're going to raise the rents, they're cutting housing benefits, and we're going to have people who are just not going to be able to afford to live. We're going to have multiple household families, just quite devastating, really.
Some fear that the government's changes to the planning system will unleash development which threatens the countryside. But here in York, they say there's plenty of brownfield land available.
Plot 42 will be approximately...
John and Anna are thinking of buying a share of a property on this site, which is owned by the council. They've just got married and have been saving for 5 years to get a deposit. So what's the biggest problem they face?
For us, it's been the price. That's the biggest issue on everything, has been the price and the affordability based on the mortgages and the banks. I mean, the houses that we've been looking at have been perfect, but without the deposit.
Yeah, we've seen a lot that we like.
Yeah.
It is just that, getting the funds.
And getting the mortgage.
And getting the mortgage, yes.
It's a big struggle, isn't it, really? Yeah. But hopefully, light at the end of the tunnel now, so...
But many more find themselves unable to buy even a share of a home. Rents here in York and across the country are rising fast, a situation that will only worsen unless the supply of new homes increases pretty dramatically. Mike Sargent, BBC News, York.